I want to remind you again that the very nature of Carnival is all about what the virus would like to be going on.
Which for him so far means no street parades, no fetes, and no parties. What may find favour are safe zone concerts, especially those that can be held outside. But he leaves room for the Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts to meet with stakeholders and report back to Cabinet this week. But co-founder of the Carnival Bubble event that has been held in Florida and the Bahamas so far says it is possible to fete safely while adhering to the COVID-19 protocols. Stephen Phillip says they've had 2 safe events with no outbreaks and are planning for a third. He says making sure that all of your participants have a negative PCR test is key.
What is good now is that the testing, the PCR testing, has been able to get back a lot quicker than before. See, last year, PCR, you can get it back the same day. It's 2-3 days. This year, there's been a lot of advances to where you can actually get back a full PCR test result in a day or even in a few hours. Something like that is probably going to be what Trinidad is going to have to use to try to ensure some sort of safety to enter events. Now, it's going to be a long process and very frustrating for people to have to wait before they enter or be in a holding scenario before they're even able to enter.
Rapid PCR tests are available locally and results can be had in 4 hours. And while the previous 2 bubbles had no vaccination requirement, it is currently being considered for the upcoming Carnival Bubble event because of the emergence of variants like Delta and Omicron since the first event was held last February. But constant testing is key. They hold their events in resorts, and if someone leaves, they must present a negative PCR test to re-enter. Closer to Trinidad, St. Lucia has announced their Vaxxed Mass in July. Phillip says it's because they understand that they need tourism to survive.
We know the risk that comes along with tourism, with COVID. Yet still, the cruise ships are still allowed to come. And there are measures that's been put in place. Some may be extreme, but there are measures that were put in place to function so that the country can still survive. I think it's just for Trinidad to find a way to make it happen because that's our biggest export.
CNC3 News understands that various stakeholders, including the Promoters Association, TUCO, and the TTCBA, will be meeting with government this week as a final push to negotiate for the type of carnival they believe can accommodate the widest aspects of the festival, including safe feting. And a decision from government should be had by week's end. Soini Gray, CNC3 News.